Hello, rail friends. And as you can see, red there, but green here. So, we're trying a couple different setups. We do have CSX coming northbound with green signal indication. And we're working on a couple different setups. See what we can do best with lighting tonight so you guys don't get feedback. So y'all kind of bear with me here as we experiment a little bit. And you can kind of share in your thoughts on what you see for signal. Want to make sure we have a good clear picture tonight. And across the way is the CSX siding. And this will be looking to our south. So, and that is where our next train is coming from. Like I said, we're getting set and situated, just kind of playing around a little bit with a couple different options. Scanner is on tonight. And you might actually hear two scanners tonight because I have a different one on as well. It is a breezy 50-degree headed towards 40s October night. Well, hello, Jesse. You were ready and waiting tonight, huh? Looking forward to seeing those pictures from last night. We are trying out new signal tonight, trying out new light positioning tonight, trying out all kinds of new things tonight. And as we talked, we're trying a couple different situations while we're waiting just to see the feedback that you're getting from the light here on the recording device. And because there is an overhead light directly above us, it seems like if we move to this position, you don't get quite as much glare on the front. Hey, Jonathan, how are you? We are just getting set up and working with a couple different scenarios. And as you can see, we have a green signal indication on CSX northbound. And I see on the bird cam, we also have a southbound CSX making their way to our location. And for those of you that have been on before, as you know, is there are only two rules. One, have fun. Two, shout out the power that you see leading those trains north and southbound past here. Any questions you have, shout them out. Somebody on here will know. Jesse, Tony, all of you. And yes, Jonathan, there is a string of all the way down there to all the way. They cut the train there, or the siding there, and there are more down that way. So, like I said, we're trying different lighting angles, so everybody bear with me tonight. As we try and get this set up to be optimum. And like I said, we are using a different sending device tonight for our signal. As many of you, or maybe all of you know, once we send it, it goes through our internet provider that we're using out here in the cold tonight with remote setup. And from there, it goes by internet to YouTube. And once YouTube gets it, they process it, and then you see it about 10 seconds later. And each time it goes through one of those steps, it loses some of its clarity. So we have to up the game on the sending portion to make sure that we don't lose too much of our quality by the time you see it tonight. So like I said, we're moving up, trying a couple different things. I see there's a question. Let me grab it here real quick. When I go between the two light poles, Jesse, anytime I go to the right or to the left, I get a direct line right across diagonally across the cam. And the closer I am under one of the poles, the less I get. So while we're waiting, we'll play with it for a moment.
South Dalton, yeah, 280 north out.
This is, hang on, we'll go over here for a moment. There we are in the middle, and you see it right there. I get a tremendous line across all the way over on the pan. Oh, let me get back over here for the moment. Here comes our northbound CSX. We got gates. Sorry guys, hope I didn't get you seasick. Here we go. First one out of the box. Make sure we're still level here. You can see it's really windy tonight. And here comes our first northbound. Oh, that doesn't work. I can hear air leaking there. Tremendous amount. Hearing it go by. You guys probably did too, and gals. Great big bottle. And making his way north, CSX 280 northbound here in downtown Dalton. And again, just playing around with different kinds of ideas here. So you can see the leaves just starting to turn here in Dalton. And the northbound signals back to red as you saw him drop it when he went by going through. And a look at the depot tonight. And it's just a tad chilly out here. I will not argue with that whatsoever. But hey, everybody, thanks for being with Casey and I here on Rail Moments as we kind of get things set up, get situated. Like I said, we're playing around with a couple different angles and whatnot. I do believe we have a NS that's holding. I was listening to the scanner on the way down that they had one that they were going to have to hold for. And about 45 minutes, as you heard CSX dispatch tell L808, our switcher, that they had about 40 minutes till our southbound made it. And then after that, it was going to be a little quiet on CSX. So, like I said, I got a couple more things to do here. And Tony, in the meantime, fill them in what's going to happen this Saturday, and then I'll catch up with everybody's notes and let's go from there.
CSX AEC dispatcher answer. L808. L808 15 coming over. Locked up in the clear at the rim. Alright, you're in the clear at the rim now. L808 15 switches to normal. I got that. Thank you. Thanks, Stacy dispatcher out. Out of that.
Hey, Jesse, if you're still on, I see the Canadian Pacific holiday train is arriving in Byron. Man, that's a good looking deal. I know you saw that last year. Set to make its annual stop in Byron in 2024. It will make a 30-minute stop at Tower Road on November 27th. So they got performers and everything this year, all kinds of cool stuff. No holiday train here, Jonathan. We'll have to take production unit 6 and put some lights on it and drive alongside the track. Now, I don't know if it's going to go up your way. Jesse, if you're still on, I know you were familiar with the schedule last year. Where all will that train go? Jesse, if my memory's right, you caught it in Detroit last year at like midnight or something. All right, let me back up here a little bit. Not exactly sure what that says. I'm open for suggestions. Jonathan, if we're going to be 37, I think it's tomorrow night, and 41 tonight, what are you going to be in New York? And I'm not even going to guess what Anne Marie is when she gets on.
You guys pulling on that video?
Jesse, you still coming to Chattanooga this weekend and chasing the steam train?
I got a signal at Hall already, so he should be pulling out of there.
If they get 4501 fixed?
That's 373 over. You still letting your air pump up or what? I got you.
And there, passing above the clouds, or the clouds are passing below, is tonight's moon. How pretty is that sky on this October night? Just, let's see, today's Tuesday, just 16 days before Halloween. All the little goblins will be out begging for candy underneath that beautiful sky. And as you can see, some of the tower for Norfolk Southern. Let's see if we got any green there. Nope, didn't have to go very far to check that. We have lots of red facing the northbound, but I like that crash, a Frankenstein moon. That's kind of scary. All we need now is a black cat to run across here. Hard to believe it was just a week ago we caught the Lehigh Valley here. And then Friday, caught it again. I see 4003 went through here today. A peek down the crossing. We're kind of busy here tonight. There's a few people out. There's still room if you want to come down to the Crescent City Tavern for parking. Great food. I had the wings the other night. They were for sure good. I would get those again, although I'm still in love with my two-fisted cheeseburger. It's cold enough to make my little nose run a tad tonight. Art, do you notice a difference on your TV tonight with the picture? I have a trivia question for y'all. I'm just reading some stats that were sent to us on our YouTube channel on the analytics page. And here's the question for you guys. We're going to play a game together. I want everybody to participate. The question from YouTube to us is, what was the second most popular location your viewers are watching from? So their question is, and it's a country. What's the second most popular country that our viewers are watching from? And it's a multiple choice question. And the three choices are India, United Kingdom, United States. What do you think is the answer to what's the second most popular country your viewers are watching from? And again, the answers to choose from are India, United Kingdom, or United States. Let's see what your all's surveys say. Oh, I just can't believe how beautiful the moon is tonight. Let's get a little bit of everything in here tonight. All right. Tony's going to have a birthday in 15 days, so that'll be the 30th of October, the day before Halloween. All right, Jonathan's going to pick USA. Crash is going with India. Jonathan's, now this is the number two country with the most viewers watching our channel out of those three. Whoop! Hey, y'all think on that question? Did y'all hear what I hear? Jonathan got the second question right. What did I hear? A horn. He is right. We have a southbound horn. Hi, Eugene. You're on just in time. We have a northbound coming our way. Excuse me, a southbound coming our way. Jonathan just heard the horn, called it out. So, let's listen to the scanner. Horn action under the Frankenstein moon. Hello, Brian. You're just in time too. Southbound coming. There is one thing for sure. We do not have a lot of guests here tonight. And there goes 29F southbound right through Dalton, Georgia. And backing up to the question, what country watches Rail Moments in second position? And the number one country to watch Rail Moments is the United States. And the number two country watching Rail Moments is India, with a female audience. So, a female audience from India is our number two viewing country of Rail Moments. How cool is that? Jonathan, haven't heard any news on whether or not L808 is going to be moving any of this stuff. I know they're working to the south of us. Here before too long, we will have our southbound. Art, I can't wait to hear why. Share the why. And don't tell me it has something to do with Gus. Art. Really? That's too funny.
Say again. Windshield won't open. Works for me. Make sure we hold on to at least this level.
And there you have all kinds of contrast, from a Frankenstein moon to the NS signal board facing for the northbound trains, the top of the local cars sitting over there, and the tree starting to turn golden with the light on it as CSX 647 makes his way southbound towards Kennesaw. And where we are experimenting with new service tonight, trying to upgrade that quality of the picture that you're seeing, as you have noticed probably over the last 4 weeks, well, it's probably the last 8 weeks, it's not nearly what we're accustomed to previously. So, we made a couple adjustments, and we are using a different provider to get this signal from right here in Dalton, where it is, I don't know, not very warm, but we've been accustomed to a hot summer. It is currently 51 degrees here in Dalton, Georgia at 8:49 Eastern Standard Time, just 16 days before Halloween. As you see the sky slowly moving, the clouds going eastward, the moon high, the signal's red currently on the northbound NS, as there's a brave individual going across the crossing with his motorcycle, and he or she is headed to the Crescent City Tavern tonight, where I can't decide if I like the cheeseburger better or the wings. They were so good the other night. On L808, Jonathan, there has been no news if he's going north tonight. The only conversation they had was he's going to work a little further to the south from us, and he has not said he wanted to go anywhere. So at this point, my first guess is we might not see him tonight, but he's got a lot of cars here on the siding. Like I said, as you saw earlier, they're split here at the crossing, and they go down as far as I can see to the left and as far as I can see to the right, so way more than he has normally. So we're going to kind of hang out, sit tight, chat with you guys, see what's new. And as Tony was talking earlier, October 19th of 2024, just a few short days from now, Brian and the Cowan Railroad Museum is hosting a Railfan Day. Super, super cool museum. And if you guys have not yet viewed our podcast that premiered on Sunday, please don't miss it. It's Brian at the Cowan Railroad Museum. And the Cowan Railroad Museum is privately owned, has a rich, deep history there in Cowan. and they did a podcast about all the background and everything. And it is really, really, really good. And just go under podcast, and it'll be the top one. And here comes our little pickup truck blaring away at the crossing, making sure the neighborhood hears the tune of the day as he drives through downtown Dalton. But anyhow, check out the podcast. And once you watch that, you're going to want to go visit this really nice depot. And they have this massive front section where you have a huge view from left to right to film. And they have the pushers based there. And the pushers, because of the grade, and Brian explains all that, they literally push the train up and over the mountain that's right beside Cowan. So, take a moment and check out Cowan Railroad Museum while I grab a cord real quick. So back to the Cowan Railroad Museum. They also have a great cam. And the Railroad Museum is located right in the heart of downtown Cowan. So, and you could do a 24/7 view. It's just spectacular. And like I said, they have a great big viewing area out front that's just super long. A lot of different types of trains and vehicles and cars on display there. So, but don't take my word for it. Come on over on Saturday, October 19th, 2024, for those of you that watch this before that date gigs here, and come hang out. And like I said, Brian has a special surprise. He has a guest photographer that's going to set up some night scenes for you for photography. So, any questions, shout them out. We'll get the answer for you. And don't forget, on the bird cam at the 122.8, Casey and I hang out on there during the week a lot of times. In between, just depends on how busy our other jobs are. And we can chat with you all there. Anybody sees anything coming or going or knows something or something exciting. Oh, look at that, right directly underneath the moon. There's a cloud with a circle, a hole in it, right? There. That's almost a perfect circle in that cloud as it drifts away from us, blowing eastward tonight. Wow. But anyhow, this Saturday. Love to see you guys over there. I think Saturday morning, hopefully they have the 4501 back in action. And we'll start out at the Railroad Museum. As a matter of fact, Jesse's coming to town, I think, this weekend. We're going to start out at the Railroad Museum, TVRM, Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum, with the 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time departure of the Somerville trip. And then we're going to pack all our stuff up, and we're going to go spend the day over in Cowan and hang out with y'all. And listening to the weather, it's supposed to be super nice this weekend. So, someplace between there and here, we will cross paths. Art, I'm glad to hear that there's a difference. For those of you that may have just joined, we've been having horrendous signal problems. And by the time you guys see the product, after it rolls through everyone that it goes through the process, the last 8 weeks have just been dreadful. I'll just leave it at that. So, we are using a different service connection tonight to be live with you guys. And that's what Art is talking about, is the difference tonight. And we're also playing with the lights a little bit, trying this spot, that spot, because we're not up on the platform. We're down here in the middle of the disc golf course, since New York's warmer than what it is here tonight. We're kind of working on a little bit of the different settings and stuff. So, John, just catching up with you. Don't go where for a vaccination? Uh-oh. Hey, guys. how the moon changes. So interesting with the clouds. All right, that was our Norfolk Southern on the Atlanta North District. And he is headed to the exciting town of Atlanta. And boy, that second locomotive, I could smell the paint. It was so fresh. That was amazing how fresh that paint was. Almost had to put sunglasses on when he went by and the lights hit him. And as you've noticed, we've been kind of moving one side to the other, trying to deal with the light glare and get the best view and be able to get the train coming our way with glowings and everything. So Jesse had the idea of trying to reposition, knowing which way it's coming from. So we just got all kinds of new things going on, from new service or different service to different lighting to different configuration. And for sure, different temperatures when New York is a couple degrees warmer than I am here. There is something wrong with that picture. Huh, Jonathan? I wore shorts to work today, but I can assure you, I didn't wear them here tonight. And a look back at the depot tonight. And everybody, like I said, right now, Jonathan in New York.
CSX, AC dispatcher, answer door. L808 15, come in over. Want to go in at south end of Dalton or north end of Dalton? Well, I got an E90413. He's making a lot better headway than I thought. He's coming to Resaca to meet that southbounder. So probably when you get on the south, I can line you on in at south end Dalton. When you clear there, and then I can get him by and get you back out after him over. Alright, let me hold on. Alright, come on out on the main track now between south and Dalton, north and Tilden, working both directions. And I'll head you north on into south end of Dalton. Once you're there, then I'll bring this E904 from Tilden to go by over. Alright, now whenever he's by north, then we'll talk about handling that switch and putting it in the hands roll, whatever you gotta do there at south end Dalton over. Alright, thanks. AC dispatch check flow.
Okay, Jonathan, that was your L808, and it sounds like he is staying at the south end tonight. Must be warmer down there. So, as you heard, he's super faint to hear tonight. So, we got northbound meeting our southbound there at Resaca. Resaca's just a few miles below us, not that far. So we have another CSX on tap and a chilly view of the Dalton Depot. But I know this is warm compared to what's coming in another month or so. So, glad you all are here tonight. Let's swing back to the track and we hang out and let's see who is next to appear. As we pick up the red from the signal indications on the northbound tower for NS. And our moon just tucked itself in. On that Frankenstein moon look tonight.
No problem.
Way up there. How pretty is that? Oh, look at that. Kind of a window through there we just looked at. Hey, hey, news! We just picked up a green on the Atlanta North District. So, let's kind of move around here a little bit. I'll be honest with you, I'm not really sure what's in Rocky Face RAR that he goes up to. That would be a good project to find out. I just know he goes up to a client there and comes back. We'll have to take a field trip up there one day. All right, we're gonna move around here just a tad, y'all. So everybody, put your seatbelt on. As we get ready for some more rail action. Like I said, we're playing around with some different scenarios, but we're getting ready. All right. And as y'all can see, or maybe you can't, right up there in that very top back signal board, that is green. So, good news here, trackside. As we get ready. Checking this out to see where we pick up our feedback. Well, excellent. Quite a bit, isn't it, you guys? Let's see what this does. Very interesting. We're just playing around with this for a little bit. Y'all can vote where you like the best. We're gonna just try a couple different scenarios as we get ready for our northbound. Those are all on the CSX siding. And there's our crossing that we watch so often. Seeing what we've got here for options to give you the best viewing without I don't know that I would exactly describe this as stellar, where we're picking up that closest light up at the top. Let's try just a little more here. Y'all hang on. Like I said, just trying different things tonight. Let's see if we can work out here before we get our train. As we await the approach of Norfolk Southern coming north here in Dalton on the Atlanta North District tracks, where we have green signal indication under a very full moon. Well, that's pretty much the end of our adjustments. And how far we can pan without being yuck. Whoa, that's horrible, isn't it? All right, let's get ready for our northbound. All right, yell, yell when you hear the horn. There's one thing for sure tonight. If you guys want to come visit, there are plenty of seats that you can choose from here at the depot, because they are not standing in line tonight to watch the trains. Nobody's playing disc golf. Nobody's out here walking the dog. So you have your pick of seats right here at the Dalton Freight Depot. Salt and pepper. Rail Heads Gang. Hello, Ron, and there's a look, everyone, at the signal tower for NS on the Atlanta North District here in Dalton, Georgia, where CSX and NS run side by side. And before long, we should have our northbound CSX that they talked about. I don't know if anybody's on tonight that's had an update on 4501, where it will be back in service for this weekend to go down to Somerville. We will be at TVRM Saturday morning at 8 to catch the departure to Somerville. And then we're going to pack it on up and head on over to all the festivities and the excitement in Cowan, Tennessee at Railfan Days this Friday, October 19th, 2024. And for those of you not familiar with Cowan that just jumped on, take a moment and check out our podcast that premiered this past Sunday, a couple days ago. And you will fall in love with that depot when you see it. And a great group of people are responsible for keeping it preserved. It is privately owned in the heart of downtown Cowan. You couldn't get any more downtown Cowan if you tried. It's right in the center of town. Yeah, John, I haven't checked to see if they're sold out for this season or not. We normally ride at least one of them. I love their food on that train. Oh, there's no better, well, no, there's no better meal on a train that I've ever had, although I love the food on Amtrak. Danny and I are going to take a little Christmas trip just to see Christmas lights as we go through the towns and stuff. See the wind blowing through the trees tonight. Rather breezy as our tree's starting to turn golden. Won't be long, it'll be turning naked. No leaves at all will be on that before too awful long, as our colors are just beginning. Anne-Marie and Jonathan, you guys are probably well into yours already. As we hear sirens wailing in the distance and a plane coming through the sky way over there. You can see it beeping slightly to the left of center screen, coming across the very dark, unusual sky that we have tonight. And we got it. There it is. Anybody knows what that is? Shout it out. And after that, we will be winding it down tonight. But until then, CSX coming north here in Dalton, Georgia. Coming from the right, going to the left, and you're looking kind of to the south here. There. Now you're all looking south. NS from here goes on down to Rome and then past the viewing platform there at Lindale, which is a great place to watch. Matter of fact, we need to go film there just so you all see what a nice facility they have for train watching. There's the Crescent City Pullman car from the old Southern line. John will be riding in a car just like that this weekend as he goes to Somerville on Sunday. And the Crescent City name there. And across the way, while we're on the subject of Crescent City, is home of the incredibly delicious cheeseburger. There's production unit 6 sitting there that we're working out of. I must have one of the doors open. I have to go check that. And here we are, back at the track, the W&A sub, which runs Kennesaw to Waxahachie, where the path of the general was the day that Raiders and the Andrews and his Raiders were chased. And where they dropped that young man off right here in Dalton that sent that famous telegraph just before the wires were cut, letting the Confederates to the north of Dalton, up in Tunnel Hill and Ringgold, know that the general had been stolen.
Again, 34 to 22. Let's come off on that 24.
Yes, John, the food on the TVRM trains is fabulous. You will not be disappointed. And let's hope they get 4501 fixed for you. And Jesse, I see you have a sad face emblem with that comment. I hope what you lost wasn't super, super bad. It's such a feeling when you accidentally delete something, but can you not get it back out of recycle, or is it gone with a G and A way? Thanks everybody for all the thumbs up on this cold and chilly night here in Dalton. Somebody's got their race car out, putting it through its paces. And to all of you, a huge wave as I put my hands back in that warm pocket. And right over there is our green signal. On the CSX. And you can hear our car roaring through town. He keeps that up, there'll be revenue producing blue lights chasing him. So, we've got green there. And we'll stay with the nose on the lead engine so y'all can watch him drop that green signal on down on this chilly fall October night. Not long before Halloween. And while he was going north,
Alright, L808, yeah, you can hand operate to switch south in Dalton. Pass the stop signals necessary to make your moves, and once you got your switch line, and just call me when you're ready to go to the ramp. Got a southbounder leaving 23rd Street now, but he's easily over an hour away. Over. Alright, sir. You have permission to enter a switch south in Dalton. Just call me when you're ready to go. Thanks. Hey, dispatcher out.
well, Jonathan, while that CSX northbound coal train was passing us, L808 snuck up over there on the side and grabbed those siding cars on that side of the crossing. And as we were just listening, he's going to work with those on the south side of Dalton. So at this point, I hear him moving them down there, but he did not make any plans to go north. So let's check our lights here, and then we're gonna make a decision what's next. All right, everybody, good news to report. We have Amber. We have Amber on the signal board. So we're gonna hang for one more NS northbound here in Dalton tonight, where the temperature has officially just hit 50. And I understand it will be 47 degrees tonight. So Chuck, if you're on, you better bundle up. Get one of those big Cokes out of ours. And for the rest of you, don't go anywhere. We got one more northbound coming our way here in beautiful, historic downtown Dalton, in front of the Dalton Freight Depot, where if you visit during the day, you can go in, shop, have heat, have air, have restrooms, go across the street, Crescent City, eat, drink, be merry, hang out here, bring your disc golf, walk your dog, or hey, hang out with me and Casey and you guys. So, Anne-Marie, I'm glad you got on tonight. Jonathan, I'm sorry. Doesn't sound like L808 is going to go north, so we're not going to get to see him. And in the meantime, while I've been yakking, we have gone green. So, one more northbound on the Atlanta North District track coming our way before we call it a night and I go home and make dinner. And then back to work early in the morning to the other job. So, I'll keep an eye on anybody's questions or comments. Thanks for being here. Like I said, don't go. We got one more before we officially bring this to a close. And it's 16 days to Halloween. I love Halloween. I get to sit on the porch, hold the dog, give out candy. I love doing that. Watch all the little ones come running across the yard, then whoop, down they go. You just pick them back up, load the candy back in that they spilled, and off they go again. So, we got green, we got action, we got ready. So, y'all sit back, relax. One more.
L808 15 coming on.
And for those of you up in Tunnel Hill, they got a southbound CSX up at 23rd, so probably about an hour, hour and 15 minutes, you'll have them coming through Tunnel Hill. But in the meantime, we're going to have trains here in Dalton northbound.
You get past that signal, you clear the switch, then you can put in that intro after you're behind on the signal. Over. Okay, I see this, Metro. Got to signal out. Just as soon as the rear switch points, put it on hand then. Don't have to get on the other side of the signal before you put it on hand.
And I hope everybody, speaking of signals, I hope everybody likes our new signal. I had a very disappointing weekend because I had some just tremendous things that we caught. And I called Casey, but just didn't have the quality that we used to. So we diagnosed it, and we have a new provider tonight. And you're seeing it for the first time in 22 years. I have been with another provider, but not tonight. We are trying out their signal. And from what I've seen and what you guys have told me and the phone calls I made in between is much different. So if everybody agrees, let me know. Those of you that are used to watching all that grainy stuff and dropping y'all and what have you, you can see flashing way down there. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Just barely. L808 sitting down at the other crossing where he moved those train cars off that siding that y'all saw earlier. They have a bunch of cars here tonight. But our next train will be coming from... Oh! He won't be. He is! And off to the north he goes. And the Crescent City car behind us is not a dining car, it's a Pullman. So I hope everybody had a great time. Like I said, we played around a little bit with the setting, with the likes and what have you tonight. Got a bonus tossed in there. If you're up in Tunnel Hill, about an hour, you're going to see another CSX coming south. L808's down that way working. So we're going to pack up. We're going to leave it on just in case something sneaks in. But from Casey and I, on this cold, exciting, chilly night in October as we get ready for the ghosts and the goblins and all the other creatures that come out, in 16 days from now, Halloween on October 31st. So, thanks everybody for the thumbs up. We'll be back Thursday. Not sure about tomorrow night, you never know. Friday night, the Ringgold Depot. Ooh, that trash train smelled awful. Eek. You can almost taste it in the air. Whew. Yuck. Even on a cold night, you can smell it. Anyhow, Friday night we're going to try and do the Spook House, where the Ringgold Depot has gone super spooky for Halloween, as they're all dressed up as a haunted depot. And then Saturday morning, bright and early, we're going to be with the Railroad Museum. And then Saturday day and Saturday evening, we're going to be over with everybody in Cowan for Railfan Days on October 19th of 2024. So, Anne-Marie and everybody else, I hope you saw a difference in the quality night. Hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed it. And from Casey and I, we so much appreciate you. Like I said, I'm going to leave it on for a moment until I get packed up and get everything in 6, and if nothing pops in, then we're going to pop out, and I'm going to go home and make dinner. And then back to the other job, bright and early tomorrow morning. So, I guess I'll spin you around. Y'all take a look at the depot while I pack. And before I disconnect, I'll make sure I don't miss any last moment questions. And the historic Dalton Depot.
Stay clear, going south.
And production unit 6 officially has the heat turned on as it warms up. Trackside here on the Atlanta North District and the W&A sub. And there is the tower for the northbound trains. Four bags facing north. Let's see if there's any last minute questions there. Yes, Anne-Marie, it is starting. This is our first week of 40s and even 37 tomorrow night on Wednesday, they said here, and 60s, although we're going to warm up again back to normal this weekend. It's supposed to be really nice this weekend. And I'll bet your colors are just beautiful up there in Connecticut. And I'm glad you were with us tonight. I'm glad all of you were with us tonight as we look at Jonathan's local car sitting over there. And y'all keep track of things while I pack.
Alright, Jack, flash now.
L808.
L808, 15 good, huh?
Yes, sir. I think they let us get a little bit out of the OS when they put his hand through there. They should be hand operating all the way.
Yeah, you got permission to operate by the red.
So, as we take one last look from here at the historic Dalton Depot, we're facing north. There are two depots here. One at the other end of town. This is the freight depot and was restored. The visitor center, shops, etc. And we're right in the middle of the disc golf fairway, dog walk, and the CSX small rail yard that's here. And there's the CSX signal board with the double reds. Siding, a CSX train on the siding, or a CSX cars, or a CSX siding, however you want to word it, over there where the L808 works with those cars. And there's our closest crossing, where normally we're down there, but we're working this area. And the old Southern Crescent City Pullman car. And last, the Crescent City Tavern, where production unit 6 is warming up. The heat is on. I don't have my mittens tonight, so I got them all drawn up. I've had fun. I hope you have. Thank you for coming out with me tonight. Casey and I appreciate it. Make sure you tell your friends, have them hang out with us. We'll be back again Thursday night, as we talked just a little bit ago. So from Casey and I, here on Rail Moments, thank you for being with us. I hope you had as much fun. I hope you had a good time. And I hope the quality was much better tonight and that you enjoyed the difference. See you soon. I'm not saying goodbye because I know that y'all are going to be back. So from Casey and I, thank you. And like I said, we so much appreciate keeping your thoughts, the families in North Carolina in that area, the families down in Florida, and all the things that they're going through. God bless you all. Good night.